Hi, it's Joy and thank you for watching The Flash, Season 6, Episode 7, The Last Temptation of Barry Allen, which is a very ominous title. Sorry there wasn't a reaction last week, it was a crazy week, but I am very excited for this episode. It sounds like it's going to be a stressful one. We're almost at the crisis, so yeah, let's go. Oh dear. Well, that was a very relaxed opening. Well, Ralph, that was silly. Why did you come back in?
Already given you a gift.
Yep, you got infected.
My destiny is to heal all.
What did that do to Ralph in the long term? Or has he now got his powers or something? Yeah, he does. So if he does that infection thing, he can steal powers. That was far too late, Caitlin. Frost, sorry. How did she even know to come?
Oh, I can't fix this.
Can Caitlin? Because if so, you gotta switch back.
Maybe Caitlin can.
Yeah.
Maybe if we gave him a blood transfusion, that would fix him.
That's what Ramsey wanted. I have a really bad feeling about this.
What if I hadn't been here?
Because he's gonna vanish.
I was nothing compared to what's coming. Crisis is only 2 days away.
And we're already
2 days? What? They're being very casual for being 2 days away from crisis. Barry? Oh great.
Flash.
How did he figure that out? Does he have Ralph's memories? Barry! Where is he? Or is he in his mind because of the transfusion?
You never saw this coming, did you? Frankly, neither did I. Makes one believe in the impossible, doesn't it?
It's the transfusion, it somehow infected Barry.
You look scared.
I was right to be skeptical. Barry, sweetheart, this isn't real. Yet. Okay, so was that just a nightmare? I feel like it was more than just a nightmare. Is she preparing the article already?
Secret organization is using her. I mean, how many others are they using?
We need to help them. Right. I mean,
Is it Leviathan?
no one wants to find out what
Cross
happened
Earths.
to Esperanza more than... Now, come on, get your stuff.
They are really acting like... I feel like when Iris was going to die, they were a lot more stressed out than they are about Barry. I know he's kind of come to terms with it, but if I was Iris, I'd be struggling to keep it together.
Our photos without any comments. Sorry to bother you. Thank you.
It's a good cover story. It also could be true. Just tell her what you saw. Okay, vision time. Would you really want to leave Barry on his own on his, like, penultimate day? Oh, he's so paranoid checking it's empty. Oh, sweetheart, if it's all in your head, checking it's empty is not going to do any good. I don't like Barry suffering, especially if he's out of crisis and vanish. Oh dear, what's happening? Oh gosh.
Much worse.
Or is she the Speed Force? I told him!
A small amount of Ramsey's cells remain
Yep.
from the attack. You came back home.
Oh
Dropped a piece in
goodness.
our bowl, took hold,
Oh my god.
and bend you to his will.
Well, that's not going to happen. I say so. Yes.
Your husband is the Flash. Avoiding it all day. It's not time for
Because she's not coping with it. Or dealing with it. Oh dear, Barry, you've got to fight this. So this is why leaving Barry alone on his penultimate day of life was a stupid idea. Or at least his penultimate day before crisis. This must have been a very weird scene to film.
It's rude not to eat.
Oh, Barry.
What could you possibly offer me?
The chance to survive crisis. Let's hope his sleep monitor thing is alerting Frost.
You literally had a
Barry.
newspaper warning.
Yep, a lot of people. Oh, what's this gonna be? Oh no, because he's never gonna get to experience this. Oh. He's a cute baby.
I know it's not real.
This is just cruel. Barry.
It's coming from you.
No, it's not.
These are his deepest wants and fears and insecurities and griefs and sadnesses.
The city will burn.
But if you join Ramsey, sweetheart, it will also burn. Barry, this isn't real or good.
Down death. Life.
Appealing to his goodness, that is a good strategy to use. Oh, he's gonna get to hold him this time. This episode is brutal.
Do you have doubts?
Of course he does.
I do.
Choose life.
Choose life, but you're gonna do it without him, okay? I believe in you. Speed Force grabbed him. Oh, and he's back wrapped up in his childhood bed.
See much else.
There's
It's
gotta
the
be at least
guy that gave
half a
him
dozen cameras
the
covering
card,
the
right?
spot. Camilla knows that Barry's the Flash.
Seriously?
Why is no one coming to help him?
I think I know why.
Because he's letting it.
You feel doubt.
I do.
Of course he
You've
does.
answered our call.
Finally feels like I'm living for myself.
Oh, Barry, you deserve to.
I don't want to leave my family. I know that's selfish.
Sweetheart, it's not selfish, it's human.
No matter how brave,
Exactly,
That's
sweetheart.
what
This is
makes you
killing
human,
me.
he manipulates the truth to spread
Yeah.
his disease.
You want me to leave behind everyone I love when it's
Oh,
a way
that
to
was a very
save me?
stupid move. Speed Force. Unless you're secretly Ramsey. Finally!
All my suffering has been because of you.
Kinda
Because
has.
you would rather I be the Flash than have anything that I want. This was done to me.
Barry, my darling.
Hey, about the rest of us.
He has a lot of valid points.
There are.
Don't listen to him.
Oh,
He wants to
Barry.
possess your form,
Oh, Frost.
your true feelings.
Maybe you know about the truth. This
The thing is, there are
stupid.
elements of his feelings.
This isn't. You're not my mom.
Oh, this isn't gonna end well. This is part 1, isn't it? Oh, God. I mean, this is not going to be a scarring memory to have, even though it's the Speed Force and not his mum. And has it actually hurt the Speed Force, or is this just this particular vision of the Speed Force? Oh, Barry. Oh, come on, Cisco, sweetie. Oh my God.
Take command of your life.
Barry, darling, fight it. Fight it, fight it, fight it. Hurry up, Cisco. Fight it, fight it, fight it. Barry, fight it. Come on, Cisco. If you could vibe, wouldn't that be useful? Come on, come on.
I'm sorry.
Oh, good, he's back.
That's the only way to survive.
You would lose the best of you.
Oh, listen to her. There's no point living if you live like that. Oh, Cisco.
Beat this, Barry.
Come on, Barry, you can do it. What happened? Which way? Which one? Which one? I don't know if I trust this, because there's part 1 and part 2 to this temptation of Barry Allen. Last temptation.
Today we said goodbye to him. Not because he was taken, but
Well,
because he gave
Iris.
himself willingly.
I feel like this is juxtaposing Barry having lost the battle in his own mind. Which he'll win next episode. Oh God.
We're all there.
I feel like he's being
Deep
detached.
inside me.
You're not feeling it.
Not even speed healing can cure.
I don't think he did beat it this time.
To talk about what happened.
Panic attack. Because you care.
Oh, I'm fine.
He's not fine.
I'm not leaving you again for the rest of the night.
He doesn't care. He lost the fight. He's emotionless.
Just running some diagnostics, low maintenance.
He's
Why do you ask
changing
us to go? We
things.
could go.
So many questions.
Barry, I knew it. Oh God.
Mind of its own.
She's picking up on it.
That's not Barry.
Nope. I knew it. Oh God. Don't let him know you know. Oh God. Well, he's not even really keeping it a secret anymore, is he? Oh goodness. Oh, the lightning colour. Oh God. Who knows what his diagnostics did? Oh, I like the logo. I mean, I hate it.
Bloodwork.
He picked a name for himself. Oh no. So this is a huge thing to have happen just before the crisis, which I guess means it's going to be resolved next episode. Yep. Oh my goodness, Barry. Oh. I mean, I had a feeling when we saw it, when we didn't see him win, and then he woke up and he was kind of just like, everything is fine. I have no emotions, but everything is fine. I was like, oh God, I don't think he succeeded. And of course, you know, it's kind of like Cisco said, it's not, in a way, any kind of bad reflection on Barry that he didn't succeed. No one would succeed in that situation. Especially when, like, the Speed Force didn't help by being like, yes, he does the truth, because the truth is that Barry has completely... I mean, Barry has stepped up to the plate and he's been there, but he hasn't... When Barry got his powers, he chose to use them to be a superhero. He chose to put himself in dangerous situations. And I think he would have wanted to do that anyway, but he didn't choose to get powers in the same way that Oliver chose to become the Hood. Kara chose to become Supergirl, even though she could have just, you know, continued to live her life in secret. As Barry got powers, and then, I don't know, it's kind of slightly different, I guess. But in a lot of the things that have been asked of him from the time when he went into the Speed Force, etc., even quite harsh things and unfair things, and or at least have exerted a heavy toll on him. And I feel like the Speed Force does just keep asking for more and more and more, and it's a lot for Barry to take, for anyone to take. And then the knowledge that, I mean, when anyone is potentially going to die when they're young, it's horrific, because you think of the life they could have had, the future they could have had, all the different options and paths that would have been open to having a family, developing a career, the friendships they could have, just the experiences of life they were going to have. So for Barry, especially having met Nora, not only being married to the love of his life, but having met his daughter and knowing that they're going to have that baby and raise it, and maybe they could even have more kids if he sticks around, you know, there is such a bright future for him to get to see all these people, to get to see the little Joe's little baby grow up, you know, all these people in his life that he could be with and be a part of and continue his role as the Flash, helping them. And he's not going to get to do that because of some mysterious demand being made of him. Now, I'm pretty sure we're all aware that he's not definitely going to go, you know, maybe he'll be stuck in what feels like 25 years for him, but it will be like 2 months for us. I can't see him vanishing properly in the Crisis permanently, just because it would change the show. I mean, the show might have a very different dynamic up to Crisis, maybe it will change a lot, but I think Barry's going to ultimately survive it, but that doesn't change what he's going through right now. And so fighting that, when that is such a truth, and as much as, you know, I mean, we saw that in the episode where Barry found out about it, we saw how much he was grieving, how much he didn't want to do it, and of course he doesn't want to die. He'd come around to it and accepted that was his fate, and I feel like both he and Iris have very much put on a, I'm fine, I'm just going to keep busy and the Crisis is coming, but never mind, jolly good, we're going to go make sure everyone else is ready, everything's going to be fiddly fine, the Crisis is coming, oh great, 2 days, okay. You know, they weren't really dealing with the emotions, and so when that was the tactic Ramsey used, of course Barry was susceptible to it, and I think anyone would be, most especially if they were, you know, if someone had a cancer with a 75% fatality rate, and then someone was like, oh, use this mysterious cure, you might well use it, even with all the side effects. I was hoping that when she pointed out to him that he would lose himself, but I suppose ultimately they could try and maybe he survives Crisis and then they could find a way to save him. The fact that Ramsey wasn't in any of the future Crisis moments, I think means that he will probably be finished off with in the next episode, and then after the Crisis there'll be a new plotline with whatever the repercussions are of the Crisis and Barry vanishing, etc. So I feel quite confident that ultimately they will defeat him next episode. Watch me next week being like, well, they did not defeat him. But at the very least they will stop him from doing what he's doing now. They'll free Barry and then he'll just be in the background to come up at a later date. So yeah, there was a lot. We also had Iris and Allegra, and I've forgotten Sika's girlfriend's name, I'm very sorry, with their investigation, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be Leviathan again. But you know, it's another shadowy organisation that is using metas as assassins. I mean, as a sort of, yeah, we've seen this before. It's a very similar plotline to Supergirl if it isn't going to be Leviathan crossing across the world. But I am intrigued about that, and the fact that they met that guy and he had such a plausible background. Now, was he genuinely just a courier, but because Iris had contacted him, they had to kill him because he could have said who had paid him to move Esperanza, that's cousin's name, isn't it? I'm forgetting everyone's names. Or, you know, he said it was a government thing, so was this a government agency? But yeah, that symbol was on the pin or whatever it was that Allegra found, so I think there's a lot more there and I'm very excited to uncover it all. I've enjoyed a lot of Frost's development over the course of this series, and the fact that, you know, she's not as good at handling crises, and in a sense probably because she's not really had many crises before where she's been the one that has been having to try and save someone that she has grown to care about a lot. And I think since she's been walking around all the time, I think she's probably going to care about them even more than she already did. And it probably is a good idea that with the Crisis, if they can sort of, for the fighting it be Frost, for the medical emergencies it be Caitlin, especially as they use Switch. But I'm glad we get to see more of Frost, but I also just wanted to give her a huge hug. And I Barry this whole episode, I just want to give him a hug. It was really hard to watch him suffering that much, and like I said, I don't blame him at all for giving in. I think if it had been a one-parter, he would definitely not have given in, but the fact that I think, like Cisco said, it's amazing that anyone would be able to survive that when even your speed healing couldn't do it, you know, so I don't in any way blame him, but I am very stressed, I'm very sad for him, and I love that the others were a bit slow to not notice that Barry was just like, oh yeah, everything's fine, I am speaking very differently and I have no emotions. Grant did it really well. I mean, this whole episode his acting was fantastic throughout, but you know, at the end he was so not Barry, and it's the point where Cisco and Frost were like not picking up on it that I was doubting myself. I was thinking, am I just reading more into this? But no, I'm glad that the minute Iris was talking to him, she picked up on it straight away, and that was a very stressful ending. And then with the gloop over the Flash logo, uncalled for. So there, that was brilliant. There's only one more episode to Crisis. There's only 36 hours till Crisis. Oh my goodness, for the Flash at least. So yeah, thank you for watching.